Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. The family of Kate Steinle plans to sue the city and county of San Francisco, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Imagine for a moment that your 32-year-old daughter, full of life, shot dead on the streets of San Francisco for absolutely no reason at all. Just think about that. And that's what happened to Kate Steinle on July 1st of this year. She was walking with her father, enjoying a summer evening, when an illegal alien criminal took her life. 45-year-old Juan Sanchez, Mexican national, has been charged with Kate's murder, being held on $5 million bail. He was also being held by the county of San Francisco before the murder. But the sheriff okayed his release despite the fact that Sanchez had 7 felonies on his sheet and had been deported 5 times. San Francisco authorities knew this and let him go even after ICE asked for a hold on the man. Why? Because San Francisco is a sanctuary city, and officials there don't give a damn, not a damn, about harm caused by alien criminals. The Steinles are not a political family. They're not looking for vengeance, but they are absolutely fed up.
It's been 2 months since Kate's death. The city of San Francisco and the sheriff's department have done absolutely nothing to protect this from happening to another person. We feel as though we've exhausted avenues, we're frustrated, and we're here to make sure that a change is made so nobody has to endure the pain that my mom and dad and I go through on a daily basis because the system failed our sister.
Now, as you may know, the factor has proposed a new law that would provide mandatory 5-year federal prison terms for any aggravated felon who defies deportation. That is known as case law. There are a number of versions of the law being debated in Congress. We strongly suggest that the words aggravated felons be included in the law, because if those words are not, the Democrats and President Obama will oppose case law. They will hide behind what I call the chambermaid theory, that mean people just want to punish poor illegal aliens. We all know that's a lie. The federal government has failed to protect Americans from foreign criminals who prey upon us. The sanctuary system is a disgrace. President Obama has failed to do his duty. He's sworn to uphold the law of the land. He does not uphold immigration law. So it is time for Congress to pass Kate's law to send a very powerful message. The Steinle's coming lawsuit claims general negligence and a failure to uphold the law. In just a few moments, our legal team will analyze the odds of that lawsuit being successful. But just the message is worthy. San Francisco and the people who run it must be held accountable for Kate's death. They knew Sanchez was a repeat felon. They knew he was deported and came back time after time after time, and they let him out of jail anyway. That's outrageous and should never happen again in this country. San Francisco must pay a price. And that's a memo. Now for the top story tonight, Factor exclusive. Joining us from San Francisco, Brad Steinle, Kate's brother, and Jim Steinle, Kate's father. Mr. Steinle, I know you did not want to file this lawsuit. What made you do it?
Well, as you said, Bill, we're not a litigious family. Our frustrations over this lack of movement in regarding the sanctuary city or the undocumented illegal felons that are in this city and all over the United States, for that matter. We were just frustrated to the point we're just, again, I'm just kind of a loss for words. It's been a long day. We just felt this was the only way we could get the people that's responsible for Kate's death.
Right, and mobilize folks and the support, because sanctuary city is still the law in San Francisco, although federal law, of course, overrides state law. Now, Mr. Steinle, I know you went to Washington to testify, and your testimony was heard by Congress and millions of Americans. Did any individual politicians contact you? Did Senator Boxer and Senator Feinstein call you up? Did they?
The silence is deafening.
Okay.
We've
so
not heard
Boxer
from
and
anyone.
Feinstein didn't call. Feinstein wouldn't take my call. Governor Brown call you?
We met with Senator Feinstein in D.C. So we did meet with Senator Feinstein. The problem that we've had, we went to D.C. 10 days after Kate's death. What we've seen since we left D.C., there's been no movement.
Yeah, nothing has happened, and they're defiant. We say I think you guys saw Jesse Waters go out there and try to interview the city supervisors, and they couldn't care less. I mean, it's our fault. They're blaming us for whatever. But I'm interested in Governor Brown. Did Governor Brown talk to you guys at all?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, because he presides over the sanctuary cities in San Francisco and Los Angeles. All right, so he didn't reach out to you. You met with Feinstein.
No.
Did Feinstein say she was going to support Kate's law? Did she say she was going to vote for it, get behind it?
She was in favor of putting something together that would push cities to cooperate with federal agencies.
All right, but she was nebulous about Kate's law. Because I wanted to call her and ask her point blank, because if she would get on board, there is going to be a vote on Kate's law coming in a few weeks. There's also going to be a vote on defunding sanctuary cities. All of that's coming. And your lawsuit will, again, bring attention to the fact that this isn't theoretical. People are dying here. I mean, they're just dying because the system is so chaotic. Go ahead, Brad.
The point of the lawsuit, and your first question was, what is the point of the lawsuit? Again, this is nothing that we win. No amount of money is going to bring Kate back. The point of the lawsuit is to bring to light that nobody is being held accountable for Kate's murder. You have the Bureau of Land Management not securing a weapon. You have Sheriff Mercarimi writing this memorandum to all of his deputies, telling them to directly violate federal law and to not cooperate with ICE. And on top of that, you have the city of San Francisco that has not changed their policies, and nobody is working to make sure this doesn't happen again. So this is our
the only avenue you have.
Our next option. This is the only avenue.
And we applaud you for doing it, because this is a civil rights action. It's amazing, but you guys are doing the same thing, all right, that Martin Luther King did. All right, you're trying to stop a gross injustice that harms innocent Americans like your daughter, all right? And you're trying to do it in a nonviolent way using the system that's in place. We have the right to be protected in this country. President Obama's job is to uphold the laws of the land, as I said. Now, the president hasn't gotten in touch with your family, has it, Mr. Steinle? Has he?
No, he hasn't. But, Bill, we're doing this for a couple of different reasons. But the first reason is for Kate, to get justice for Kate. And that's not happened. We don't see that. But every morning we wake up and wish we could see Kate. Everything you look at during the day, you see Kate. Everything you do, the meals that you eat, reminds you of Kate, reminds us of Kate. We don't want another parent to have to go through this. Right. Grief and heartache is hard to explain until you've been there. And I can tell you, and our what I call our sisters in grief, the mothers that was there with us in Washington that's been through this. This is unimaginable. It's indescribable. It's brutally sad. And we just, the main reason we're doing this is in honor of our daughter. Okay. And to hope and pray.
The legacy of Kate will be, we will work together and we will get protection so that this doesn't happen. You can't ever guarantee it won't ever happen. But now it's easy for these people to operate, and that's got to stop. And we really appreciate it. Go ahead. Last word.
Well, I said this morning, Bill, Yeah, excuse me. It's been a long
Sure,
day.
sure. Take your
go ahead,
time.
Brad.
Somebody, the bottom line is the reason we're pursuing this other action is because everybody's pointing the finger, nobody's being held accountable,
Right.
and there has to be accountability before change is going to be made, and that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, and we're going to follow this suit all the way through, and anything we can do for your family, gentlemen, please let us know. Thanks for coming on tonight.